Hey, hello, everybody.
Everything exists in the Galapagos.
Welcome
They
back to
do though.
Shenanigans.
I mean, they got underwater iguanas. They got all sorts of shit.
Underwater iguanas.
They do. That's a real
Underwater.
thing. I mean, they don't live underwater, but they do go underwater to hunt for food and then come back and live on the rocky cliffs.
Yeah, they
Might
go
be a
underwater.
slight misnomer to call them underwater iguanas.
But I mean,
Yeah,
they
but
eat
that's how
like
you
the
draw
moss
the
underwater. They spend a lot of time under there.
Certainly.
More so than any other iguana, which spends no time
Certainly.
underwater.
This is true.
They're like
Very
the
true.
only water iguanas.
They're
Yes.
the only water iguanas.
But they're still regular land iguanas. They just happen to hang out in the water from time to time.
They're like Godzilla. Like they swim in the water. They're pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, they're like Godzilla.
Godzillas can swim in the water.
Yeah, they're like the Godzilla iguanas, right? That's
Yeah.
the ones that mutated to make Godzilla, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
the
so they have-
Jira from Godzilla
They have
it means
razors,
whale.
lasers, and razors. Shaven.
Anyway, enough about Godzilla and underwater iguanas. Although there is a new Godzilla movie coming out at the end of the month in like 6 days, and I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be great. It's a sequel to the one where they destroy San Francisco, and I'm looking
You
forward to
just
it.
like it because they destroy San Francisco.
I love Godzilla movies, and they wreck San Francisco in a
San
glorious way.
Francisco's a shithole.
I mean,
I
they
tried
need
to
a bunch
park
of
there.
little like.
Well, that's your problem. You don't go to San Francisco or New York and try and park your car. Like, that's on you.
Well, unfortunately, my
That's-
car
that's
was the
your
only
mistake.
form of transportation I had, and it had half of all of the belongings I own in it.
Well, I did that once, and someone broke in and they stole my bag full of my clothes, and I had literally only the clothes on my back because the rest of my clothes all fit into one bag, and they were all
Well,
stolen.
they didn't steal
So
my
that's
shit.
crazy.
because apparently, my
That's
car
the
was.
best way to get around.
Because I know how to park my car in a place where it isn't going to get stolen.
Sure.
I've done it several times.
So wait, was this the Godzilla?
I
where
had
they
my
made
car
all the
so loaded,
raptors?
I would guess that it was illegal how loaded I had. I couldn't
Anyway,
No.
let's continue with our shenanigans here, everybody.
Emphasis
Enough
on
about San Francisco.
yes.
You guys are here on the road, and it is about time to pull off and go towards the Trihorn River to find yourself some lizard folk. So let's bring you over to there. The Pixie cookie leads you the way here until you get to the confluence of these rivers. When she pipes back up again, and this is maybe what, a day or two later, day and a half later, and she'll pipe up and say, "So, over there, one river meets another river, called the confluence, right? Anyway, middle of the river, our side of the bank, but near the confluence thingy, there's some sort of underground entrance, because the lizard folk grabbed my sisters in their little reed box, and they dove underwater, and they never surfaced, or there were never any air bubbles except for right there. So there's got to be an underwater entrance to a lair right there.
How do you know they didn't just eat your sisters?
Well, because first off, pixies don't taste very good. The pixie dust is really actually a bitterant to make us unpleasant to eat, so we don't have very many natural hunters, you know?
But beer is kind
Well,
of.
were any of your other sisters able to make the scent of good tasting food?
No, that's my ability.
Are you
Realizing I hear a problem. I don't think any of us can breathe underwater.
Yeah, are you gonna come with us?
No, I can't swim.
Yes,
Nor
we
can she
don't
fight.
have a way to breathe underwater.
Well, but there's so lizard folk don't have gills. They breathe air like regular lizards. You know, they're sort of like underwater iguanas if you really think about it. So they've got probably like
Or
a lair,
Godzilla.
or like little Godzillas. Sure.
They just like the water. Got it.
Well,
Yeah, but-
little Godzilla is a contradiction.
Oh, I don't know. Not really.
Anyways,
the whole defining aspect of Godzilla is that he's 20 stories tall.
so it looks like we're gonna have to get
Well,
wet.
isn't that like kind of like jumbo shrimp? Aren't they like
Well,
big
yeah.
but small?
I mean, you could still, like, if Godzilla had children, they would still be little comparative to Godzilla. Little is a relative statement, not an absolute statement. You know, you could totally have a little Godzilla. It would still be big, but it would be little for a Godzilla, right?
Well, is a Godzilla a type of unit?
as much as a person is a unit. You say it's 5 people tall, you know. Anything
Is
can be a unit if
Godzilla
you're creative.
good?
No?
Is real unit.
Godzilla a specific creature or a species?
That is the real question. I think it's both. I think it's a unique species, so the name refers to both. It's like
If it's a unique-
a Yoshi.
Well, every species
or a
is
Yoda.
technically unique.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no.
Every species
No.
has its own finite name.
Okay, how are we going to get into the water?
However,
Well, you can swim, right? And it's
Yeah,
probably
lizard
air
can swim,
in,
it's just
in the
the-
hole.
I can
right?
swim.
damn,
I'm
yes.
wearing heavy armor.
Okay.
Well, you'll have to take that off then.
This shit on.
But like, you know, since they need air to breathe, the layer probably has air in it, but the way to it is covered with water, making it hard to find for those that don't live in the water, and, you know, more safe and protected.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
If
We're not
you're
going to be able to take the dragon.
no.
No.
It's going to
Also,
rust.
just don't cast any fireball spells while you're down there. You'll probably burn up all of the air. And considering it's a small layer, the fireball will probably encompass the entire thing, including you and all your friends. So
Here's the fun fact about Fireball.
stay away from fireball.
You know
Are
a
you
lot
ready
about
for this
fireball?
fun fact about Fireball and how
I
it
love
consumes
fun
air?
facts. Yeah.
All right. I don't have it.
Well, good. That would be dangerous if you did have it. That was my whole point.
But you know what? If I had lightning bolt, I could technically make more oxygen for us. It'd be great if I. Ooh.
Doesn't
No.
it create
It would
ozone?
be
Doesn't
sort
it
of
create
like fireball
O3?
underwater.
That's dangerous. You don't want
I
O3.
actually can't swim either.
But you know what? Discovery is dangerous. So let's get the fuck down there and kill some shit out of some lizards.
Yeah, just you can do it, guys. I believe in you.
So, does anyone have any
I got-
rope or anything else? So I
I
have
have
the swimming
rope.
proficiency. So could I make like a rope path from the outside to the inside so people could like follow it to the inside? So they
Totally.
don't have
Yeah,
to
you
swim. They just have to like run along the rope the whole way.
Here, I'll hand you my rope. I'll get out my bag and hand it to you so you can do
All
that.
right, cool.
Also, you're gonna have to leave your magic missile scroll out here.
Oh, that's true. So I'm gonna leave my 11 pages in my scroll case, which is all together at this point with a.
Just leave it with the dragon. What do you guys think?
Well, I guess I'll leave it with Buck when I go to swim underneath, and then whatever you decide to do with it when I swim.
Okay.
I'm gonna go leave my backpack with the dragon too. 'Cause
So we're not gonna have Sarah lead though, right?
Well, I mean, I think I have to
Giving us
like
the
take the
path.
rope underneath to like swim down and up with the rope to make a path. I think I have to go first.
Okay. Good luck.
So,
soldier.
but I think that like memorization wise, like I restored health, right? So how much health did I actually restore?
Rob, how much did you heal?
Rob,
I gave him
Sorry.
three oarsons.
3. So I'm back to my max of 6. So yeah, that's fine.
So
I think I take the rope, I swim underneath and make like a rope path, and then I stand underneath the or right outside of the water, wherever that is.
So
Perfect.
here's the thing. There must be another way in. If they have air down there, if they don't have any way to get fresh air in there, then they would use up all the air, and eventually they wouldn't have any more.
long ago, and we don't actually have a way of going in there and having breathable air.
I mean, that's
Also-
I'm gonna
That's not
imagine that
necessarily
Neal's
true.
gonna tell me that there's a magical air socket somewhere that's like a crack
yeah.
If there
halfway
was-
through that I can't get down.
If there was another entrance, then the air would leave the cave, and the cave would probably fill with water. But
No,
since the
because
whole
it
thing
could
is
be like a
underwater,
grease trap on a sink.
Yeah.
Or it could be a large enough cavern that there's
right?
enough air that they can live.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like how do you say? There can't be an exit point for air other than through like a grease trap. Otherwise, it would just flood with water, right?
Yep.
Any way to
Nope.
get
Yeah,
fresh
just
air
right
in
there.
would
Air
allow
has
it to
Water
flood.
lizards, so
Pressure
they could go
that the
through
water
grease
is in
trap,
order
and
for
that
the
would
water
just be a
to not
thing
go
for
up.
them.
Look, I don't
But
know
if
how
like
they
the
do
pocket
it.
is above the water, then you don't actually have to be above, so it could actually have an air trap out the top, right? It could just take air to go underneath, and then you're the same level with the water at the bottom.
Look,
but
guys, I'm
the
not a
air-
herpetologist, okay? Just go rescue my sisters and stop questioning the world.
This isn't herpetology. This is physics.
This is
They've got
herpetology.
they've got a large volume, and because the air is at equilibrium pressure with the water that's there, and it's like probably freaking like 50 feet, that's a lot of pressure. That means there's a lot of oxygen in there. We'll be fine for today. We'll just use up all the air, so that way when the lizards try and breathe it like tomorrow or some shit, we'll have used it all because we've been working so hard. We've been like working out, we've been like hyperventilating and shit. We'll use up all their air, and then they'll die for this asphyxiation, and it'll be like,
Here's
Great.
my horrible analogy there.
let's do this, boys.
Great. So who's gonna go and find the lair?
I think I have to go first, right? That makes the most sense.
Great.
Does anybody else have a
Yep,
swimming?
makes the most sense. Let's go.
Good luck, soldier.
Yeah,
I
think-
can't
I
swim, so
have another 50 feet of rope if that'll be helpful.
May the
I'm
depths
gonna take some rope and try to like find my way inside, Neal.
I'm gonna take the end of his rope and tie it to a tree first.
Excellent. So you have two 50 feet lengths tied together and one end tied to a tree.
Sounds
Right.
good.
Okay.
Sounds perfect.
Excellent. Why don't you give me a 1d? What do I want from you?
Can I get
I-
my swimming proficiency?
Yeah, I was gonna have you make a different check. I don't think you even need to make the swimming check. You just need to have the proficiency.
Okay.
What I want you to roll me is a 1d20 plus 7.
Is high or low bad here?
Low is bad here. So
Okay.
25 is great. You dive down into the river, look around, don't see too much. It's kind of murky waters. And as you kind of peruse about, you find an entrance to a cave underwater. There are some stones around the entrance, like brightly colored stones that mark it, making it easy to spot. And you can swim on in and surface within. And you find yourself in, let's see, I should probably change that. A fairly large chamber. It's maybe 45 feet across one way, 25 feet across another way, with seemingly 3 exits from it.
So I'm guessing the 25 is like the narrow and it's like 45 long, right?
Yeah.
And then there's 3 exits out the other side. So can I find a place to like tie the rope so that way people could follow it in without like getting in too much trouble?
There is a column, like a stalactite, stalagmite column, right near the water, actually.
Awesome. So I want to hold the rope or tie it to it, and then like as people come in, I want to hold the rope. So even if I can't tie it very well, I can at least like make sure it doesn't slip as people follow it in.
Perfect.
So I want to wait for people to come inside before I do anything else. For sure.
Sure. So you are expecting them to just follow you after you come in. You're not like
Yeah.
going to clear the way for them or anything.
No, definitely not. I'm going to hang out near the entrance and just kind of like wait on everybody else to show up. I don't want to kind of be like a leader and like run down the cave by any means.
And you're not going to go back and tell them it's okay. You're just going to have them wait.
Right. I want to make the rope kind of taut, and then I want to pull it a couple times though, so that way
Okay.
they could like see that like the rope moved and it was taut or like something happened.
Perfect. All right. You give them a signal.
Right.
Is he drowning?
Well,
Well, if he's drowning, he needs to be pulled up.
but if you pull on the rope, you'll figure out it's taut and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you guys will sort it out pretty quickly. I'm just
He must
making
have gotten
sure
his foot trapped in a giant clam.
that happens. Making sure you guys can all see. One of the important things I want to note about what's going on down here is that the area is well lit. Like very well lit, like magically well lit. Making sure everybody has vision. And
So
one
even
by
at
one.
the entrance.
Mhm.
Well, then I definitely want to like try to hide behind the stalagmite beyond like wherever one of the entrances would be. I want to like try to hide to the best of my ability behind something. If it's magically well lit, I assumed it would be very dark or like dimly lit. If it's definitely magically well lit, I want to hide like behind something. As soon as
There's
I
a doggy paddle down here.
I think the dog stays behind.
Yeah, you can guard
Yeah.
our stuff.
Which is the entrance that we came from? The bottom part?
You came from the water.
Oh, got it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let me just make sure that chat can see what's going on.
Oh, I see it.
That's not the right way to do it. It's not working. Oh, there we go. That is working. All right, so you guys can see yourselves, yeah?
Yep.
Excellent. I just want to make sure everything is properly configured before we go any farther. Also get some dungeon. Where's our... Where's our Goblin Cave soundtrack?
What are the source of the light? Are they like pixies hanging in lanterns, or?
No, it is just magically lit. Soft magical lighting all over the place. You don't see any particular source of it.
So as soon as I come out of the water, if I look like straight behind me in the cave, that wall is equally as lit as what's in front of me?
Yep, and you do not cast a shadow in any direction.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
Okay.
Place.
Well, here you guys are.
Okay.
Which you guys want to go? We could try the bottom part first.
That's where it came from, right?
No, you came from the water.
We came from I think
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you,
Okay.
you come down and you
Oh.
surface up through the water. I guess you'll see pretty quickly that the bottom entrance, the moment you go to take a look at it, is not really an entrance. It's just a large pile of rocks. There's not really anything there.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Get
over
the
there.
auto water. Shake myself off.
All right, you guys want to go up and to the left, I guess, probably?
Well, I mean, I think
Not upstream.
quoting the mystical people of the past, Final Fantasy Tactics say go left first. But I mean, we can do whatever you want.
All right. Yeah, I don't think there's just like a river up top. So yeah,
All right.
I'm just gonna start going in a little bit.
I'm gonna try to walk quietly at least.
Sure. Give me a move silently check.
Acha.
What did you roll? 31. My God. Pretty good. All right.
Right, boy.
All right, there's nothing.
You following along, Demon Cleric?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys all take the front rank because
Okay.
frankly, there's not a lot I can do without Mephistopheles.
Should we all go in one way, or what do you guys think?
Let's split up.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
think-
should.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say I'll follow the Satyr. I think that's probably like the best order of
We
operations.
should all stay in a group.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can kind of go in front if you guys want.
No, that's all right. At this point, you don't need to do anything. Just stop where you are right here because you've been
Okay.
chattering nice and loudly, and the denizens of this cave are aware of your presence and are coming to meet you. There was no attempt at hiding at being quiet, other than walking quietly. It was announced.
All right.
It's when you get to about this point here that we get a bunch of lizard folk busting out of you in a two-pronged lizard ambush. I don't know if that's quite the right word, but a lizard folk attack. And as we discovered last time, that's a lot of initiative rolls. So we're gonna do the group initiative system, and each side will just roll a d10, and whoever rolls the lowest goes first, and then we'll just switch back and forth because it was too many initiatives before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Connar, you're the first one up. Why don't you roll initiative for the party? Lizard folk will go at 6. A flat d10 there, Connar. 1 for
Get
Shag.
shit on.
All right.
Yes.
The party goes first.
Nice. All right.
Where are they?
Above
There's
you.
one behind us, right there.
Below you. All around you.
Why don't we retreat and fight in the bottleneck?
We
You
could.
try and funnel them in.
Yeah, that way instead of being hit from two sides, they can only get like 2 people against us.
Buck will retreat into the bottleneck.
I'm gonna take my crossbow and take a shot at that guy first before I retreat.
Go for it. Lizard folk have 12 AC.
Crossbow.
Pretty low. Crossbow hits.
Nice.
Plunges into the chest of that lizard folk right there.
Is
Actually,
that
these
a
ones should
raw-
have 14 AC because they have shields. I'm sorry. But
So
it
that's
still
a raw
hits.
D6, even though I'm level 3.
Yes. Your damage will always more or less stay the same. Unless you
Alright.
get like magical buffs or something.
Cute.
Close.
Crossbow isn't light crossbow like
Crossbows are
this.
D6
D8?
plus 1.
Oh. Right, light crossbows. Sorry.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
Juan.
D6 plus 1, so that should do 6 damage. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You just don't scale for level or stats with missile weapons on damage.
So did he
you-
die?
He dies, yeah.
Okay.
You put an arrow in his chest and the lizard keels over backwards. And where do you take your movement, Ted?
I'm going to head right about here.
Okay.
Do we have a melee to take the front rank?
There you said.
Kind of, sort of, not really.
We don't have anything
Yeah,
approximating.
we'll figure it out.
We'll make it work.
All right, so who hasn't gone?
Everybody else.
Our folks over there, everyone else kind of retreated back this way. We're going to try and funnel them.
Right. So I'm saying, am I the only one who hasn't gone? The satyr is the only one who hasn't
Okay.
moved.
So I'll take a
I haven't done
few
shit.
shots at this guy, I guess, or I guess
You-
one shot.
That was the person who was getting missed on 20s. That sounds like a good front ranker.
Okay.
11 is going to miss.
All right, and then I guess can I like move back here and then take another shot here
Sure.
at the end of the round? Sure.
Yeah. Excellent. Anyone else want to go?
Yeah, I do. I want to move to over here.
Yes, I
And I
just
want to cast,
miss.
and I want to cast sleep right here in a area. I don't know. Do I have to see everybody cast sleep?
Nope. It's an
Doesn't matter?
area effects spell. You don't need line of sight to the creature. It's just the volume. Go ahead and roll me the 2d4 for the number of hit dice affected.
3.
3. One of the lizard folk immediately falls asleep. Whoop. Fantastic. Movement.
That's all I got.
All right. Next person. Shag.
Just a sec. Yep. I'll shoot a guy shoot this fucker right here. I'll crit him.
Wow. What are you shooting him with? Your bow?
My crossbow.
Crossbow.
2d6
That does
plus-
crit.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 2 because the plus 1 is part of
It is
the
part of
damage.
the die roll. Yes, it is.
Yep. So boom, he takes 14 damage.
Oh, he gets pinned to the wall, and
Yeah,
his
he does.
deadsies right there. I'm gonna
Yep,
leave
and
him on the
then
map
I'll,
because he's so bad.
Fuck off to right here, and then to right here because now I gotta go sign some shit. Gotta go sign my life away, and I'll see you boys.
All right. Anyone else want to go?
I'm going to hold my action. If somebody comes within melee, I'll smack them, I guess.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think everyone's gone.
Yep.
Buck, what did you do?
I just moved back.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. It is the lizard folks' turn.
I mean, Neal, what else did you expect Buck to do? I mean,
Save your life.
you in the last
Maybe.
4 hours.
You guys wait until things get desperate, and then I'll save all your lives.
Mm-hmm. All right. So first up is the lizard folk caster, the lizard folk shaman, who comes off on the right side and is gonna throw a hold person spell down on the party.
Oh, doesn't total person target one person, or is that different here?
It targets 1d4 people in
Oh.
2nd edition. So I need, well, it just rolls a 1. So let's see who it targets. Hey, it targets Shag. Shag, make me a
Out here.
Away.
saving throw. Someone want to roll a d20 for Shag?
Yeah. I'll roll.
Roll it, Buck.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shag is not held. Somehow he resists the magic and is fine. The next lizard folk is going to come down this way, over here, and over here. Whoops, not that far. And stab whoever is the brown-haired one. I can still never remember them.
Buck.
That's Buck. Oh God, Buck.
Oh God.
7 to hit. Hold on. He might get a bonus of 1. 8 to hit. I think he stabs
That's a
you.
hit. That's a hit. That hits my AC of 8.
Your AC is 8?
That's
His
right.
AC is 8. He takes 3 damage and falls unconscious.
Okay, Buck's
Wait, serious?
down.
You have minus
This is the first damage I've ever taken.
I threw
Alright.
myself in the line of sight. I thought.
The next lizard folk is going to come over here and attack the black-haired guy with the same token. With a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. My AC is 10, so.
Oh God. You will take 4 damage as the lizard folk skewers you with the spear.
We're still up. We're still alive.
You're still alive? Alright. Next lizard folk comes over here and goes to attack Zev. With a 10 to hit is no good. And the next one comes over here and attacks Zev like this with a 6 to hit, which is no good. And we'll switch back to the party. I will control Shag. Shag reverts to his kobold roots when Connor's not around and goes and hides back here because I don't want to play him. And the rest of the party gets to go.
All right, cool. All right. I'm gonna step up and stab Lizard Boy.
That the
Go for it.
caster? Who is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Before we do this, Zev, you get 2 more shots, but your monsters are melee, so they'll get attacks of opportunity if you want to make your shots.
Okay.
Do you want to make those? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Ted.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Yep.
All right, they'll make their attacks of opportunities. It's a 14 and a 4, so neither of them hit. You can go ahead and make your shots, and then it's Ted's turn again. Hit and crit. Hit
Okay.
and double crit, actually.
All right. So this is against the first guy on the left, let's say.
9 will almost kill him, but not quite.
And then the other guy, I would take a shot at.
Okay.
Um,
And so they're both standing. All right, back to Ted's turn. Ted.
can I guess still move though back a bit?
No, because you were taking shots at the end of the round, but if you're taking your full allotment of attacks, there's no movement allowed.
There's 0 movement. Okay, got it. Okay.
Stab him. Damn it.
Not good enough, Ted. Anyone else?
Was
Can
this
I
the same round
offhand a
that I
dagger
did?
to stab him or no? It's not a
I'm
thing.
sorry, can you repeat that?
Can I offhand, like, since it's a short sword, can I offhand a dagger to also try or no?
You can, but then you get penalties of 2 to hit with your main hand and 4 to hit with your offhand, which are then lessened if you have high dexterity or ambidexterity or a few other things.
Okay.
But dual wielding will give you some combat disadvantages in the meantime.
Not something to do at the moment. Gotcha.
All right.
So one of us is down.
Second round of people attacks? Sorry.
Yeah, Buck just went down last round. If you can bring him up, he is still in fighting condition. But
Alright,
if he spends a
I'll
full
force him.
round unconscious, all right. You Orison
Well,
Buck. He's back to 1 HP,
Uh,
half health.
Well, so then I want to cast shield.
All right, do it.
All right, I'm done.
am I at 0 HP?
You're at 1.
Okay.
Yeah, any magical healing brings you to 1 when you're
Cool.
unconscious.
Cool. Does that mean I have an action?
No, you were rezzed. You were brought back this round, so you get an action next round.
Okay.
Next up, Seraph.
I said shield.
Shield, right? You shielded, and Zev, it's your turn.
I took my 2 shots, right?
Right, that was the end of last round, so new round now.
New round.
Okay. So I guess.
You could make a full allotment of attacks. You could half move and half attack.
I'll just take a full allotment of attacks then. Sure.
All right, make your first shot. It will also provoke attacks of opportunity, which I guess if you can't be hit on a non-natural 20, they both miss. But they're good. They're almost hits. 21 will strike one of these guys. 14 will strike the other.
And so I get. It's 8.
That'll drop both of these lizard folk.
Okay.
They're gone. Anyone else have an action this round? Is that the whole party?
Yeah.
That's the whole party. All right, lizard folk go. Let's see. It's not looking super great. Buck is alive, but not standing. So this guy's going to attack Ted with his spear. Ted, a 19 to hit you.
That does hit me.
Ooh, does it clear by 5? Is your AC 14 or lower?
It's 13.
Oh, he crits you.
Ouch.
For those of you watching that are unfamiliar with the crit system in 2nd edition, if you roll a natural 18 or higher and clear the target AC by 5, you critical. If you roll a natural 17 or lower and clear the AC by 10, you crit. So,
to be honest, that's your house rule, isn't it?
It is a house rule. Yes, it is. Oh my god, Ted. You take a lot of damage.
Ow.
You take, do some math here. You take 14 damage.
Wow, that's exact. That's, oh, damn.
That's your HP exactly?
Yeah.
So the lizard folk just grabs a spear and runs it through your body and pulls it back out.
Ouchie.
And now Ted collapses to the ground.
I'm thinking
and
I should drop darkness, and then we use the rope to go back to the surface and fight them up there.
the caster, does he have access to this spell? Double check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The caster throws down a spell. It gets really quiet. Like really quiet in here. Like a zone of silence, 15-foot radius, which I will mark for us. Somehow, magically.
Now, does a natural ability require speaking?
I don't think innate abilities require speaking.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just get my silence area. Here we go.
Well, I already said the thing about dropping in darkness, using the rope, and going back out
You did. Yep.
before the silence dropped.
And he is dropping the silence. I guess you don't really know where it is, so I'll put it in the right spot on a
But if you're a
layer.
spellcaster, you'd
can't
hear
see.
not being able to hear anything, right? Like
Right,
you'd
you'll
understand
know
the-
when you're out of the zone.
Nothing.
But you won't know where the zone ends, right? So
Well, you don't know where it ends, but like I'm saying, if I'm standing in it, I would be aware, right?
yeah, you'll be aware that you can't hear anything if you're
Okay,
inside of it,
okay.
definitely.
I'm cool. with that.
So right for now, it's just these three people that are silenced.
So I would imagine that I'm not one of those three people, and I'm going to continue on.
Yeah, these three people. Here we go. And did this guy already attack you this round? I don't think so. He'll make a stab attack against you with a 9 to hit is no good,
Nope.
and that other guy's asleep, and it goes back to the party's turn. And actually, Zev gets the rest of his attacks.
I already.
Oh,
Did-
you already made them all.
Yeah, I made them all.
Perfect. Probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that, but we did already. Moving on. Rest of the party?
All right. So Ted is down. Which one is Ted?
Ted is this one.
Yeah, with the hat.
All right. If I stand next to him, drop the darkness, can I grab him and start skedaddling without provoking opportunity because he won't be able to see me?
Yes, absolutely.
That's
And
what
the
I'm gonna
darkness
do.
is an innate ability for you?
Yes.
And is it on you?
It's a 20-foot radius. I could just hit the ground with it.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna do?
Or actually, I'm going to pull out my quill, and I'm going to cast darkness on it so I can drop it if I need to. And so the darkness will be moving with me. And so I'll grab him.
Is it a 20-foot radius, or what's the size of it?
20-foot radius.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically, with his between that and his silence, basically we can turn this thing into a sensory deprivation tank.
All right, so this area, right about here, cannot be seen in, and I'm gonna back there like that.
It's gonna be mobile with me because I'm gonna be I cast it on my quill.
Right. I just didn't want to put it on you because if you want to drop your quill, I want to not have to redo this effect.
Yeah, that's fine. And so how far can I run with our disabled friend here, Ted?
You can drag him as far as you want.
All right.
Basically.
So I'm heading for the exit.
Buck, right?
Since I know where that column is that we tied the rope to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hold on to Ted, and I'm going to feel the rope, and we'll go underwater.
All right.
However far it takes.
You have dragged unconscious Ted underwater. Luckily, when you're unconscious, you naturally hold your breath if you're in water, so it's fine. He's not going to drown. At least I hope that's correct. I think that's correct.
Yeah, well,
I think so.
I'll heal him once we get up. I just didn't have enough actions to be able to heal him to get back up and drop the darkness. All right.
Okay.
So hopefully, is everybody going along with the plan I suggested?
You couldn't suggest it because you were silenced.
But I
No
suggested
one-
it before the silence.
Yeah.
You suggested it on the monster's turn before it got to act. Maybe you suggested it. Maybe there was a retreat. I don't know. Buck, it's your turn. Maybe you heard it, maybe you didn't. I'll let you decide, Buck.
Okay. But I see this, like, I'm not in the darkness, but I see the darkness.
You see the darkness, correct?
Yeah,
Don't
screw
attack
it. Screw it. I didn't hear this. I'm just gonna disengage this way.
You're just gonna disengage and run.
I'm gonna disengage and run this way.
Excellent.
And then go to the satyr. Cool.
I'm like, what's going on? Things are cool over here. Just dropped these sea lizard men.
Everything's quiet over there, and the guy turned into darkness again, and then the other guy's just gone.
It's quiet, so you guys handled it? That's great.
No. There are more. Two
No,
more.
it's fast. All right, my turn?
Turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
right,
Go for it.
Yeah, I guess I would probably walk back here a little bit, see what's going on.
You can see these two fighting. You can see a lizard folk creature sneaking around the corner over here, and
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
like
big pit of darkness.
Yeah, okay, you got this guy here.
I feel like a trail of blood going this way.
Yeah.
I just see somebody sneaking here. I'm going to shoot him.
Okay. Excellent. Lizard folk's turn.
Well, wait.
The-
I get.
Wait,
Okay,
so
your shot.
I've already. Oh, wait, I have already moved that.
Do I roll anything or?
No, you just suffer and lose 1 point until you hit -10, at which point you die for realsies.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
suffer. Okay, gotcha.
You just suffer.
Okay, so I get that shot off, I guess.
22 is a hit, yes. Even with cover for 7 points of damage is quite nice. Badly wounded lizard folk.
Okay, and I guess that's
All
it.
right. And that's it. So on the lizard's turn, the shaman is going to back out. The guy here is taking an arrow, sees the blood trail. He's going to back out. This one over here doesn't see any of that nonsense going on and is unaware and can't hear the screams coming from that direction because of the silence spell. And so he's going to continue attacking our dear caster friend with a 4 to hit with his spear. Sort of stabbing harmlessly at your feet, trying to make you dance for his pleasure and glee. And that's the end of that round. So that's at this point that Theo will take his first penalty of 1, or his first bleeding damage. You are in the water, being dragged out. Let's go to the next round. You will be surfaced. Ears of Thule will drag you to the surface, and Orison him, which will bring you to 1 HP. You are conscious and able to act next round, I guess.
So I just wake up back outside. Wait, it's still dark, isn't it?
It's dark. You wake up in total darkness.
So I feel things again, so I'm not dead. Where am I?
You are in limbo.
That sucks. Did you take my hat?
Did it take your hat?
I have a hat.
If it didn't fall off your head, then
Oh, it's definitely not there. There's no way your hat stayed on without someone helping you while you were pulled through water in total darkness.
I
Dang
think
it.
that is gone.
Gonna have to get that later.
Mm-hmm.
Say, why are you not able to move on? What is holding you and preventing you from reaching your final destination?
Are you fucking with me right now? I know your voice. Unless you also died, in which case, sucks to suck. How does that work for you anyways?
Okay. The others have already moved on.
I can't
Something
let
is
go.
I'm just acting as your grief counselor.
I can feel the grass below me.
And at that time, it's almost as if Connar
Those are
returned.
infernal snakes.
All right, who died?
No one died yet. I'm well, I'm awake now, but I got dragged out of the fight because of
Okay.
that.
I signed my life away. I signed a
Fantastic.
contract. Someone apparently was flying in today and then was going to look at the place, but they can get shit on because I signed the lease for it already.
Nice.
Well played.
Just for that guy.
Well
if they-
played.
Yeah, no.
That's like getting off a plane to learn that there's no place to live for you. Get out of here.
There's plenty of places to live. But basically, I saw this place on Sunday, and I've been looking. Like, I knew I was going to need to move out since mid-April, and I saw this place. Like, I need to jump on that right now because it is probably. Look out the window here. About 1 football field away from where I currently live.
So, for your information, you're currently in a corner hiding. The darkness that would be around you is not actually there. That's outside.
That's true. The darkness is gone now. Actually, why don't we take a break right here? Because it's been a while since our last break. And when we come back, we will finish scouring this dungeon and hopefully resolve the problems before we run out of time in the Feywild. So we'll see you on the other side of our break, everybody. Bye-bye.